The men's 400 meters. Three of the greatest 400 runners, certainly of the last 10 years and arguably of all time. They are three of the 10 fastest athletes in history. Van Niekerk, the poster boy of South African athletics, the flag bearer for them. 43.48 when he won in Beijing last year. No South African has won this title for 96 years. A century of history beckons for Van Niekerk. Van Niekerk on the outside in 8. All three ran under 44 seconds in Beijing. It was one of the great finals, and this has the making of another. The men's 400 meters. So who's going to succumb to the adrenaline first? Van Niekerk is running blind on the outside, and he's set off really quickly. Karani James in hot pursuit. He's already up onto the shoulder of Matthew Hudson-Smith, and Merritt is tracking the Grenadian. The American LaShawn Merritt closing the gap on Karani James, and Van Niekerk still wide on the outside. These three are away and clear. Cedinho's tried to come back into it on the inside, and LaShawn Merritt coming back at Karani James, but it's Van Niekerk leading at the moment. The South African now beginning to tire, or is he? He's pulling away. It's an unbelievable victory by a huge margin. A century of history, and 43.03. I can't believe it. He has obliterated Michael Johnson's world record. It was destined to be one of the great races and one of the great days. We haven't even seen Usain Bolt yet, and this has ignited the stadium. Where did that performance come from? The world champion is the Olympic champion and the world record holder. It's a performance to set the hairs on the back of your neck tingling. We've never seen anything like it in an Olympic final. Incredible.
The buzz around this stadium is remarkable, and so was that performance. Just exceptional. Van Niekerk taking it out and having to run with all of his main dangers behind him, and that's where they stayed. They could not even get level with him, and there's the line that he crossed in a time that nobody has ever done more quickly and more brilliantly. And the nation of South Africa will be rejoicing now. They've been talking about him as a future Olympic champion for some time to come. Now he is one, and he's not only that, he's the quickest man over 400 metres there has ever been. Karani James could not get to him. He's run sensationally to run 43.76. LaShawn Merritt was brave as well in 43.85. And Cedinho has run a national record at 44.01. But the night belongs to the South African.
That was utterly breathtaking. Merritt, 43.85 for the bronze. The slowest athlete in that race was Great Britain's Matthew Hudson-Smith, and even he ran 44.61. National record for Ali Khamis of Bahrain. National record for Machel Cedinho of Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine running 44.01 and finishing fourth. It's the first time in Olympic history that three men have run inside 44 seconds, but it was so fast from Van Niekerk, it was almost inside 43.
Well, that was probably the race of the games. Usain may do something special on an individual basis, but look at the replay and look at the way he kept his nerve. And when you run in lane 8, you have to stick to a plan. And he was bold early, and he got a lead on James and Merritt, and he was ripe for the picking, but they could never do it. And look at the way the South African strides away, halfway up the straight. He was a couple of metres in front. He's won by 5 or 6. That is a truly extraordinary performance.
All three of these men have lived up to their star-studded billing. It's not as if James and Merritt folded and produced nothing. They both ran incredibly quick times, 43.76 and 43.85 for silver and bronze. Brilliant runs from both of them, but it was on another level there from Wayde Van Niekerk. The way he accelerated in the last 50 metres was something to behold. Well, Usain Bolt broke that incredible 200-metre world record of Michael Johnson, but we thought the 400 mark was set to last at least another decade. But Van Niekerk becoming the first South African champion over 400 metres in 96 years. This is a moment of athletics history that we have been privileged to witness here in Rio. 3 men under 44 seconds. Van Niekerk, 43.03. It was as if he had wings on his heels in the last 50 metres. Simply out of this world. Wayde van Niekerk is in dreamland. He's the Olympic champion and he's the new world record holder. Brilliant runs from Karani James and LaShawn Merritt in second and third, the former Olympic champions, giving chase, but there was only ever destined to be one winner. So, what a race. For the first time in Olympic history, all 3 medalists coming home inside 44 seconds. This man was the Olympic champion in Beijing, and he gave that everything. LaShawn Merritt, 43.85, a season's best. One of the quickest times he has ever produced, and therefore there is absolutely no disgrace, and I hope he isn't too disappointed with the bronze. He's bounced back from a family tragedy. His older brother, Antoine, died in 1999, jumping out of a window to escape a college fight. He said after that, I'm no longer running for one man. I'm doing everything for myself and my brother. And I hope somewhere his brother and all the rest of the family are watching on from various places. A great bronze medal. He played his part in a most magnificent race. The Olympic champion from London is the silver medalist here in Rio, 43.76, a time that would have won just about every other race in the Olympic final. He is the darling of a nation in Grenada and still only 23 years of age. And he will come out absolutely all guns blazing to try and dethrone the man standing to his left next year in London at the World Championships. Well, we knew he was fast when he stormed to the gold medal at the World Championships last year in the 4th fastest time ever. But Wayde van Niekerk rewrote the boundaries of what is possible, smashing Michael Johnson's world record of 43.18, 43.03 in the most important race of his life. Just breathtaking. And what an affirmation. Usain Bolt came running up to him afterwards and said, I told you you could do it when you came to train with us in Jamaica for 2 weeks. I knew you would. And they shared a hug. That must have been a wonderful moment to cap off a performance he will never, ever forget. And Wayde van Niekerk now has the pride of hearing the South African national anthem. rousing reception from the Rio crowd for a man who could well be one of the stars of the next few years, and athletics will need them, because when the great Usain Bolt eventually retires, and that's almost inevitably going to be at some point in the next 12 months, there need to be others to carry the mantle, and there's none better placed than the world record holder over 400 meters. And I wonder what thoughts were going through the mind of Michael Johnson, the former world record holder. He's commentating for the BBC, and hopefully he was pleased to see the sport moving forward and taking another step in a glorious direction. What a race and what a night it was last night.